Hi guys, thank you for joining me. Last night I was watching TV Canaries. Yeah, La Palma Volcano was really active, and it was starting to look like the back wall of what I believe they call baby vent was going to go. I was up until about 2 o'clock in the morning watching this, but you can see here portions of the back wall were draining lava from the back or the top cone. Now the top cone evidently is about 100 meters from baby cone. Yeah, it was really active, and I want to show you what was going on during that time with the pulsating that was also going on. See how it was pulsing during this hour? This was between 5 and 6 universal time. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. The magma was constantly flowing, a constant jet. Before that, here's another image taken from earlier, and I'll bring it down so you can see how the magma was going in to the channel, to the vent as it was flowing. But see how you don't see any lava coming up? It had settled down for about an hour, and then it started this Strombolian eruptions. This lasted for about an hour, where there was virtually no activity, and then it just gushed forth. Another example of the gushing. Now this is between 6 and 7 universal time, and we'll go ahead another hour. Yeah, look at that. See the hot magma that was coming up? This volcano is nowhere close to being done. And this is the first. Look at the line of melt. I assume it's a line of melt. Let me go back 1 hour. Yeah, that's where it started. So evidently it's starting to recharge the magma chamber. Now the magma chamber is not where this lava is coming from. It is coming from deep within the mantle of the earth. And I know that, and the geologists know that, because it carries crystals with it. And those crystals don't come up from the upper magma chamber. But it is now recharging the magma chamber, which probably means you got a bottleneck, a closure of the vent that, or the dike intrusion. It's actually a dike intrusion. It's a fissure. So there's probably a bottleneck going on there. And yeah, look at this. Drum beats. Yep. Now this is between, this is yesterday, between 16 and 17. And then it kicked in again. And we'll go to what it's showing today. Alright, today between 15 and 16 hours universal time. You can see an earthquake there. I don't see the line of melt anymore for the magma chamber, so maybe it cleared its throat. 17 and 18 hours. 19 and 20. 20 and 21. And that's what it's doing right now. Let's take a look at what it's doing right now. Once again from TV Canaries, this is the ocean view looking inland. The latest lava plume that's devastated La Lomas has not reached the ocean. They're saying that it is stalled, it has stopped. Not enough magma to push it any further. And it looks like they're moving the camera a little bit, maybe. Right over here is the latest lava. It's currently going through the banana plantations. This hill or mountain here, that is not the volcano that's erupting. This one here and this cone here is from much older eruptions. The volcano is actually up behind this one here. Alright, here we got a really good clear view of the volcanic eruption. And the black ash over here at the top between these two cones, this is the main cone, this is baby cone, is an indication that this wall that separates these two vents is trying to collapse. It was doing it all night last night. The white is sulfur dioxide, CO2, carbon monoxide. Yeah, that stuff is deadly that's coming up. What's real interesting is the one volcano that erupted for about 6 years. That one too had unusually high CO2 eruptions during its 6 years. Also too, it just wasn't a constant eruption. It would erupt, the lava would flow out, it would pause for up to a month, it would erupt again. It really changed the whole shape of the island. Let me show you. The Atlantic Ocean is slowly growing bigger, where the Pacific Ocean is shrinking. This is the direction of the growth, and the plates that are moving. Let me go over here. This is the island of Lanzarote. One of my followers, one of you guys out there that watches my videos, went there a year or so ago on a tour, and when they were walking around, they had brand new shoes they were wearing, and when they got back to where, you know, their hotel or whatever, they noticed that the bottom of their shoes had melted. So this eruption, this island, is still putting out a lot of heat. This lighter tan area is the direction of the lava that flowed over that 6-year period. The eruption occurred between 1730 and 1736. And here it says it changed the entire structure of the island of Lanzarote. October 18th, 3 new fissures opened up. By October 30th, everything had gone strangely quiet. 2 days later, however, smoke and ash reappeared. And I guess on the 27th, they had another eruption. So that was between the 10th and the 27th. And then on December 16th, more lava came out. So it wasn't a constant eruption. But what was real interesting too, and I believe it was 1731, a crater opened up, it said, on the side of the mountain near Masso, spewing out white fumes. Now that's gases, which had never been seen before. Towards the ends of June 1734, all the western beaches and shores were covered with an incredible number of dead fish of all species, some with shapes which islanders had never known before. These are writings from a priest that was there on the island during the eruption. And then, I don't see it on here, but there was another eruption that killed off all the cattle, all the different livestock that were on the island. They died from the gases. Currently on TV Canarias, they're showing the sulfur dioxide. Now this is going around the world. Like I said, the gases are indication that this volcano is nowhere close to being done. Valentin Troll is a geologist that is working there on the island, and he's got a lot of really good videos about the damage and what's going on there in La Palma. I suggest you guys check him out. I took some stills from a couple of his videos. Here he is standing on one of the roofs that has started to collapse. Got an image of the volcano behind him. This is part of the roof of the building that is collapsing there. He really goes into detail about the destruction that's happening there. The people there are not getting the help. They're still waiting for help from the government. The count of the buildings that have been destroyed is definitely way off. Here's clips from the Sun. This is a cat that was running around. Evidently, veterinarian services have been going in with the bombardiers, that's their fire department, and rescuing the pets that were either left behind or they couldn't find them when they left. But here's an image of one of the cats. The press was at this location when they seen the cat. Yesterday I talked about all the food on the northern part of the island that had to be thrown out. It was all damaged because of the ash that was falling on it. And this green dot here is the location of where all those crops have been lost. Now, they're having problems getting food that's been donated to them. I translated the text of this webpage. I'll give you a link to it. But it talks about donations not getting there. They can't get transportation. Here's an image of one of the donation boxes that were put out in shopping centers to help collect the food for the people and other goods. Looks like we got school supplies. So here's the translation. It says, since the beginning of October, the Santa Rosa Shopping Center set out to collect products to show solidarity with La Palma. And it gives credit to who started the campaign there and the different businesses. But almost a month later, and with 300 kilos of products collected, they cannot find a way to take them to the island. Since the amount to be paid for the transport was very high, we found a way to send it to La Palma. Delivery was Nexet, made solidary shipment for free. Based on that, we set up the collection. So they made sure they had transportation before they collected the food with this company that would ship the goods to them for free. Once they had everything packed and divided by products so that everything arrived in perfect condition, the company informed them that they had collapsed. They went broke. They closed shop. And for that now, we cannot collect anything. The store of Maria Jose store is where the 300 kilos of products that have been collected from the residents of two neighborhoods are found. This is a problem for them since they do not have the conditioned premises to have all products, including foods. They just can't keep the stuff. They got in contact with Ricardo Garcia, the manager of La Palma Trade Association, who has offered them help of sending a container. But there is another problem, and that is that it is only possible to take it from Madrid, Spain, and we cannot transport the 300, there, said Bruce. For this reason, the three organizers asked for the collaboration of a transport company that offers to carry the products, or some transporter who may have more space and lends itself to carry it. That, what began as a gesture of solidarity towards La Palma, ended up being so until the something shopping center. So how long can they store the food? Does it need refrigeration? They evidently don't have the facilities. Will it go bad before it even gets there? And their only option is to send it to Madrid, Spain. And from there to go all the way to La Palma? Much of the goods will probably be bad, be spoiled. Here's an image of the press there down by Lanzarote. This is the area where the cat was filmed. Yeah, and I told you yesterday how the media is not covering this, and the people there are feeling forgotten, so the local radio station is covering what's going on there now. The people there must feel abandoned. I mean, they're still waiting for the government to come in and bring them help. And yeah, they're still squabbling about that, containers of food. All right, here's today's deformation. Looks like it went down a little bit more. It's currently at 160 millimeters up, which would be, so that is about 6.3 inches. That would be down about half at its peak. which was 2 days ago, I believe, which was a 12-inch peak. And then the cone collapsed, and it's still going down, but it's going to rebuild. It's going to go back up. By the gases, as long as it's still producing gases, means it's still producing lava. And this activity is going to continue for probably months. So here's the web page. I used Google Translator. I'll give you a link to it, of the local news that the radio station there on La Palma is putting out. This one says one of the lava flows is 86 meters from the sea, while another destroys new buildings. And then we got over here, the main cone of the volcano breaks again, and concerns about air quality. I told you yesterday air quality was bad. Today's is going to be bad. They reinforced the controls of the roads near the volcano. There's been a big problem of people getting in to get their possessions and going into homes that are not their homes and stealing. An increase in visitors to La Palma to see the volcano is expected during the November bridge. These people are so foolish, breathing in that glass. Valentin Troll, he's got a video here showing what is being ejected from the volcano and the health hazards about why this is so bad. Talks about how it's so jagged, so sharp. Even if it gets into your clothes, you can't get it out. And it can cut you. It scars up your lungs. And it cannot be coughed out. They want the visitors to come in because the government of Spain is not helping them. These people have been abandoned by Spain. And the areas of the lava, they will not be able to even put roads across those areas until the lava cools. And that's going to take 10 to 20 years before they can rebuild the roads. You realize that? 10 to 20 years. Yeah, go on vacation there in La Palma. Go back home and you got this cough and it keeps getting worse and worse. And next thing you know, you're coughing up blood. Yeah. He's got another video showing them taking out the old sewer lines or water lines and replacing them with steel. I don't know what they were made of before. But the reason they're replacing them is because with water, with rain, the ash plugs up this system. Well, that's like a losing fight. I mean, it's not gonna work. That's like wasted work. In my own opinion, dig deep ditches for the water and for the ash to flow down, because when it rains, they're worried about the ash creating these huge slides that will take out buildings that are still standing, that will block the roads so the tourists can't get in. And another very interesting thing is the power lines are not being shut off. So as the lava comes in, these are hot wires, live wires that are coming down. The reason they're not turning off the power lines to the areas where the lava is flowing is because it would interfere with electricity for other parts of that area in that valley. So not only is it a danger for the workers that are going in trying to keep the roads open and escort the people that are getting their hour and a half a day to shovel the ash off their roads, but the people going into these areas trying to get their possessions when they can, it's a danger to them. These are live wires laying on the ground. I suggest you watch his videos. You have to translate it. I believe he does speak English. Some of his videos are in English, but he's German. And so you click on settings, go to subtitles, click on Spanish generated. This one is in Spanish. And then you go to auto generate, and then you go down, show you how to do it. Click on English, and then the text of what he's saying will appear. these guys are wearing respirators and goggles, good goggles, not swimming goggles or cloth fabric. They are wearing respirators and goggles to protect their lungs and their eyes. Here's another one of the lava coming up. Now this is Las Lomas, where the lava is currently flowing and trying to reach and form a new delta. It hasn't, it's stalled. But yeah, I really recommend that you watch Valentine, Valentine, Troll, Troll. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm also on Patreon. Please put your comments down below. See, here's some more of those power lines. They got power running through them. Please stay safe. Pray for the people of La Palma. Oh, and that was another thing I wanted to add. You notice how brittle this is here. This is just, it looks like a big pile of loose rock, but this is the magma, or this is the lava. This is what the island is made of, layer upon layer. It's not thick lava like they have in Hawaii or wherever else, but this island was built up of layer upon layer of broken pumice, lava bombs, the rocks, the ash. Yeah, this is why it's so unstable and why there is such a great danger with landslides and rock slides and with the rain coming and things like that. So once again, please put those comments down below. Thank you again for your support. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.